We are just from witnessing the best match, the best encounter of this edition's Champions League. We just watched the best Champions League match of the 2025-2026 edition. I don't think we're going to see any other football match that comes close to this. Final score at the Parc des Princes in France: PSG 5, Bayern Munich 4, in a match where we witnessed two teams that have the same philosophy of football, giving their best. They giving blood, sweat, and tears, played out their football. Nobody was scared. Toe for toe, player for player, attacker for attacker, defender for defender. Everybody had to stand up today. And first, we'll start first by the lineup. The lineup came out as I predicted, just has some few changes at the Bayern Munich side, where he had to start Alfonso Davies instead of I predicted Lima to start. And towards the end of the first half, Alfonso Davies showed us why he was not normally supposed to start. He caused a penalty, and at halftime he was substituted. He was substituted at halftime, and Lima came in. And for the 45 minutes that Lima played, Lima had an excellent game. We're going to come to that. And on the side of Paris Saint-Germain, we had Zaire Emery that started. I predicted Fabian Ruiz to start, but I think maybe his injury, he come back from injury, he's not yet fit to actually start this caliber of matches. So Zaire Emery started, and Ruiz came in later. The match started on very well. All the two teams they came out and ready to play, and Bayern came with their philosophy as I expected. Press Paris Saint-Germain high. They pressed Paris Saint-Germain high to an extent that Paris Saint-Germain was even unable to play out the ball from the back. Vitinha was pressed, was man-marked. Zaire Emery was also man-marked. João Neves was man-marked. That's it get to an extent that Paris Saint-Germain had to start playing long balls to Ousmane Dembele, who usually drops down as a defensive midfielder to pick up the ball. Hence, when he drops, he leaves out spaces behind him that his wingers can run into. So the game started on intensively. The intensity was high from the first to the last minute. Nobody gave up. Bayern opened the score from an error made by the Paris Saint-Germain defense. Harry Kane got the penalty, scored 1-0, and it continued. But after that Bayern's goal, I saw there was a change of tactics. Since the Vitinha, the midfielder that could take out the ball from the back, were being man-marked, hence Dembele had to drop and play at the midfield and leave out spaces for his winger. And that was how the equalizing goal came from Kwicha Kvaratskhelia, where Dembele picked up the ball, gave it to Nuno Mendes or Vitinha, that squared it in front for Kvaratskhelia, who took on Stanisic one-on-one and messed up Stanisic and got the equalizer. As he scored, Parc des Princes erupted. Flames everywhere, as expected. Those guys know how to support football. Please, I want to greet all my fans from France. Those who are watching me from France. From Senegal, my Senegalese guys, I greet you guys. Thank you guys for the support. I see it, and please endeavor to subscribe to your brother's channel. It helps him. My guys from Ivory Coast, my guys from Namibia, okay, from everywhere you're watching me, just comment where you're watching me in the comment section. I'll reply to you. Thank you guys very much. We continue. So the match went on. Kwicha Kvaratskhelia scored as expected. Now, after that Kwicha Kvaratskhelia goal, the Paris Saint-Germain equalizer, Paris Saint-Germain changed to one other tactics, which was you don't waste the time with the ball. Enrique told his player, when you get the ball, we play in one touch. I get the ball. Before I get the ball, I've already taken information of where my teammate is. As I get the ball, I give it to my teammate. I get the ball, I hand to my teammate. I send to my teammate. And that was actually how Paris Saint-Germain played for some good amount of time. Then they dominated, or they had a strong time, entang 4, within some 10, 15, 20 minutes. And that was where Dembele's two misses came from. Because Dembele was supposed to square in 2 balls after the equalizing goal. Paris was supposed to be leading 3-1. but Dembele came on. I don't know what it was, pressure. He took the first one on one with Neuer. He sent it wide, and the second, I think he shot it on Manuel Neuer. Also, the game continued, and Paris had a corner that was well crossed, and Joao Neves hit it in. Paris 2-1. Parc the Prince erupted again. Then Bayern didn't still relent. That was what I loved about this game. Nobody sat back. Nobody got scared. Everybody was playing their game. One guy woke up and said, "I came into this game to play." Michael Olise. Wow. Olise had a game. Olise just showed us today that he's not scared of anybody. He's not scared of any left back. That as far as you are a left back and he's up against you, he's going to mess up with you, your destiny, and your soul. Olise messed up with Nuno Mendes today. Man, Olise messed up with Nuno Mendes today. I think if not of Fabian Ruiz's entry, where Fabian Ruiz had to stop some Olise's attacks, some Olise's action, I'm sure Olise would have done more harm. He messed up Nuno Mendes today. He picked up one ball, he drifted away from the wing. He came to us at around number 10 position where he plays in the French national team. He picked up one ball, dribbled, and nobody was coming towards him, and he whipped one shot with his left leg. Bayern Paris 2-2. It became hot. It became very, 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 very hot. The game continued, and towards the end of the first half, penalty was given to Paris Saint-Germain due to a hand that Alphonso Davies touched. To me, that's a penalty. I know some of you will say the ball touched his body before touching his hand, but his hand was not in a natural position. Okay, the hand made his body bigger, and if that hand was not there, that ball would have passed. Okay, that ball would have passed. And I think the law that caused that penalty was that the hand made his body bigger. Hence, the hand stopped a potential action of a goal. It's not like the ball touched his body and touched his hand, which was in a natural position. And also, it's football rules. When it happens to others, you guys say it's football rules. When it's your turn, please also act like it's also football rules. And let's move forward. Ousmane Dembele picked up the penalty. Him who was actually having a bad game during the first half, not a bad game, but a not too good game during the first half in terms of finishing, because in the gameplay he was good. Hold up play he was good. Link up play with midfielder and defenders he was very good. But finishing, I think he was not that good. And that was why when he picked up the penalty, I was happy. And I'm happy that he scored. He gave him that boost, that confidence back into the game. They went out halftime, PSG 3, Bayern Munich 2. They came back for the second half, and exactly what I expected happened. I'm sure Luis Enrique told them, at this point in time, let's not go all out, because we play in the same system with them. When we go all out, we're going to allow spaces behind. So what can we do, or what are we supposed to do? Let's control the game, keep the ball. If I have a strong moment, we go and score. If not, we stay at a 1-goal difference. Okay, because it's better to go to Germany next week with a 1-goal difference than to want to go all out and instead go with a draw or even probably a defeat. And that was what the boys did. And that was where the fourth goal came, still from Kvaratskhelia, from a perfect constructive play from the Paris Saint-Germain team. What amazed me is not actually the goal, but the construction. That cross, that squaring in from Achraf Hakimi also. It was what happened with that squaring in. The ball was squared in. Dembele and Zaire Emery saw that Kvaratskhelia was behind them. They actually left that ball intentionally. But what did they do before leaving the ball? They made a call, carried those defenders away, and liberated some space for Kvaratskhelia. And what do you expect? He squared it in perfectly, 4-2. I was like, wow, this is perfect. This is very, very perfect. Not long after that, Paris Saint-Germain again had another perfect constructive play and scored the fifth goal by Ousmane Dembele. The match continued, yet Bayern did not relent. Take note, Bayern did not relent. And I'm scared this Bayern team because they played with the same mindset and the same spirit like the seasons that Real Madrid used to take Champions League. That even if you lead them by 3 goals, they're not scared. They come out and they come and play. That's what this Bayern team did. Okay, they came out and they continued playing. And lo and behold, Bayern scored their third goal from a free kick. that I think, for me, I think the goalkeeper didn't come out well, and that's why after that free kick goal, there was another free kick. There was another free kick again, not long after that one, and he came out well. You saw what he did. He had to punch the ball out, because doing that free kick goal, if he came out, he was supposed to punch that ball out. But I don't know, he got scared to come out, or came out wrongly, or at the wrong time. His timing was not good. Hence, Bayern scored, and they had the third goal. After the third goal, Bayern continued. As they continued pushing forward, they had one breakthrough pass that came, I think, from, I don't know who it came from, to Hurricane to Luis Diaz. What a pass! The pass from Hurricane to Luis Diaz, and what Luis Diaz did to Marquinhos to score that goal. That's not fair. Luis Diaz, that's not fair. Before God and man, Luis Diaz mesmerized Marquinhos left, right, center, left him on the spot, and squared in the ball for the goal, which was a very, very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal. And as expected, Paris Saint-Germain had to now start playing consecutive, play in block, be concrete. Okay, they must not win or play very well all the time. They have to learn to suffer. I think Enrique told them that. So they stopped trying to go in front. But something happened. Sene Mayolo came in. There was an opportunity for Sene Mayolo to actually square in the ball for Hakimi to make it 6. He decided to go for goal, and he hit the bar. I was not really happy about that. He could square in that ball for Hakimi. Talking about Hakimi, he went out injured, came in, and even could not run could not run again. I just hope it's not that serious. He could not also go out because they are already used all their 5 changes. He was just used up just to waste time and all that. I really hope he's not injured, because we need him next week for the second legged match. In the Bayern team, Manuel Neuer, obviously, I told you guys that he's already getting old, so his reflexes will not be as good as what Manuel Neuer was some time ago. There are some goals that he could actually save, but unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. Upamecano, excellent game, excellent, perfect game. Tanisic was not too good. Then Jonathan Tam, he tried. Midfield, Kimmich, perfect game, man. Kimmich is one hell of a midfielder. I don't know if that guy, what intelligence. Kimmich, perfect. Pavlovic, perfect. Musiala went out. I wasn't expecting him to go out personally. I would have preferred Musiala to end that game, but I think the coach wanted to assure a defensive cover. That's why he brought in Goretzka. He wanted the intensity of the game to continue. Goretzka, with his solidity and big body, could easily continue being with the intensity. But meanwhile, for me, Musiala was doing well with his technicality and playing out from the back. But unfortunately, he went out. Goretzka came in and he didn't do anything concrete personally. Maybe he also assured defensively. Okay, so Misala had a good game. He went down. Olise, wow, Olise. You guys tell me who was supposed to be your man of the match, because for me, I would have given my man of the match to Kvaratskhelia or Olise. I was confused, but I saw Dembele was man of the match, probably for his 2 goals also. But for me, I would have given my man of the match to Kvaratskhelia or Olise. Olise had one hell of a game. Perfect gameplay by Olise, man. I'm scared this guy might pick up the Ballon d'Or just like a joke. He was excellent today. Excellent. Harry Kane, oh, what a number 9. What a pivotal number 9 in the team. Luis Diaz, I clap. Intensity wise, the wings of the Bayern team today was very, very excellent. I loved what I saw. In the PSG team, defense line, Marquinhos tried, Pacho tried, Hakimi, yeah, he did what he had to do. Nuno Mendes, it was just there. They tried. Midfield, Vitinha, yes. First half was not so good, but second half he played very well. Zay Emery, he did what he had to do. Joao Neves, perfect. He played. I loved his game. He was that guy that was doing the dirty work, avec les récupérations, and all that. Dembele, perfect second half. First half was not so good. Raw first half, but perfect second half. Desiree Doué, very good. He had some 1 or 2 actions that, were excellent. I remember one action that he dribbled, got in, kicked the ball, but he went out. I even thought that ball was a goal. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, perfect. My man of the match in the Paris Saint-Germain team today. Luka Hernandez came in, he gave in his best. Mario came in, he tried. Now, I really can't wait for Wednesday to come next week. Let's see what will happen at the Allianz Arena. Final score at the Parc des Princes, Paris Saint-Germain 5, Bayern Munich 4. Perfect gameplay. These are matches that make us to fall more in love with football. Please, you guys, you should love, more men should love football. Okay, guys, we come to the end of our video. Do well to subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think about the match. Okay, comment, I'm going to reply. I'll be reading and replying to all comments. See you in the next video. Peace.